Oh my God. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. You have Kenny, you have Carlil, you have Bamba. There is a three-headed goat on the loose, and they are about to come to you
You got
live on
sports,
the same
you got
convo. I
anime,
repeat,
you
this
got
is not
media,
a
you got
drill. They are about
entertainment.
to come to you live on
The
the same
same
convo.
convo, baby. Tap in.
Let's go!
Okay, now it's time to conversate. Same convo on your airwaves. Bamba came to entertain and Kenny talking anime. Carla coming with the sports, they changing lives in major ways. You was tweaking out if TAC ain't on your playlist. If you come and listen, then you listen to the best. They not worried about the others, cause they better than the rest. Kenny, Carla, bomb, but they put the others to the test. New episode flow, now tap in to see what is next.
Welcome back. This is the same convo with your same host, Kenny, Carlil, and Joe Tupaki.
Huh? You stupid ass dude. I was like, what?
Jobu Tabaki.
Bamba, where are you?
Oh, my, oh shit. Why I ain't say nothing? Jubuka Tabaki here. Present.
But this is the same convo. We talk everything sports, anime, media, and entertainment. There's only podcasts that do that, kind of unique. And this is the ME, also known as the media and entertainment segment. Now I'm gonna start off by asking y'all, do y'all ever just feel old?
All the time.
Every day, Kenny. My knee's bad.
Man, usually it is my knee, but recently my age caught up to me when I saw the headline that John Cena is retiring. Brother, how you feeling?
I'm not gonna lie. He killed me because I watched it live. He came out at Money in the Bank as a surprise. Nobody knew he was gonna be there. He announced that one thing it hit me. I knew what he was doing when he came out and the back of his shirt said the last time is now. And I was like, oh, he's dead ass this time. And so he got in the ring and he said that he didn't retire at that moment. His plan is to retire at the end of 2025. He plans to do at least 40 nights with WWE next year, but last year will be his last Royal Rumble, last Elimination Chamber, last WrestleMania, but he will be active until the end of the year. So I'm sad because this is literally a man whose posters I had on my wall. I had John Cena posters growing up. John Cena was the person that got me into WWE and really still one of the main reasons why I still watch today. For me, and I feel like there's other black kids that grew up that are similar to me. For me, he was a bit of a culture icon. Statistically, one of the best white rappers to know the man. That man did double platinum. You feel me? He's a GOAT, bro. Like when you talk about John Cena, you put him on the same level as like LeBron James, Tom Brady. Like you put him on the same level as greats in other areas. Like John Cena carried that company for so long. I'm sad. I'm sad. But I'm glad we get a full year from him. I'm glad we get a full year.
It's that farewell tour, John Cena. But it's I like how Carla put it. You got John Cena's, you got LeBron's, because within sports, you got people within their sports that are superstars and people that are stars. But John Cena is an icon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna remember that name alongside the LeBrons, the Messis. Like in sports, in music, in acting, that nigga is a GOAT at a lot of things. And for me, As y'all know, I'm not that big of a WWE fan, but growing up back home, I used to watch it a lot. And for me to tune in, turn the TV on, hear everybody yell, Cena sucks, and I'm looking at this empty ring, and it's just one guy fighting by himself. I just never understood it, but I was always a fan of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can nobody move fans like that without being seen ever? Never saw that man, but he's a GOAT. Cena. John Cena.
Be my co-host said it all with that, man. But on the topic of John Cena, I just want to, get you guys' favorite moments, maybe some of your least favorite moments with John Cena, where we got to enjoy his performances in the ring. I know one of my favorite moments with John Cena. I remember this distinctively, like, cause as a kid, this 2008. How old are we? Like 11. Mom was like 12. I'm probably about 12. Mom was like 13, whatever.
I think I was like 5 and 12 or something like that.
Okay, well, bedtime is like 10 o'clock. We got school the next day. But Raw be on till like midnight. I remember 2008, John Cena's number 30 at the Royal Rumble. Made his comeback. And I just remember doing those silent screens in my room. Like,
nigga screaming on mute.
Yes, absolutely. Because I wasn't supposed to be woke still. Yeah, that was a good time.
I'm glad you brought that up, Kenny, because that was one of the moments that was on my list. Yes, I have a list. That was one of the moments that was on my list, and damn near that's probably one of my top moments, just because for me, that was, like Kenny said, that was a pay-per-view night. And for me, this is for like wrestling pay-per-views, boxing, you ask your parents to buy a pay-per-view, guess what? They are not buying that bitch, bro. Like at all. You can cry, you can beg. They're not doing it. But this was, my mom knew how much of a WWE fan I was. This was the first pay-per-view that I ever got to watch. And I'm not expecting to see John Cena because it's one of those things where WWE was good at hiding stuff. With the context that Kenny didn't add, John Cena was out from injury because he tore something in his shoulder, and that man was supposed to miss the rest of the year. And the fact that nobody expected him to be at that Royal Rumble, and the fact that he came out at number 30, and I'm pretty sure that was the first Royal Rumble that he won too. You feel me? Like that was probably one of the, from the crowd, from the reaction on Triple H's face, because I'm pretty sure, because one thing, yes, WWE is scripted, but there are a lot of times where they have to go off of just sometimes the superstars don't know about surprises and things of that nature, and they have to go what's based off in front of them. And of course, you have the wrestlers know different signals and things of that nature or what they want to do in the ring, but nobody that was in the ring at that time, that when John Cena came out at 30, genuinely knew he was coming at number 30. Nobody. And that was just, it's magical, bro. I'm finna get emotional during this segment. I swear to God.
Oh, weak. Well, let me go with mine because I don't have a list. I don't remember as much. I'm an old man, as y'all know. I watched WWE a long time ago. And it's not like a lot of things that's still fresh in my mind. But one thing that I definitely remember, earlier I just Googled. I went John Cena stop moment. First thing I saw was Nexus. And I was like, yeah, I don't need to Google no more because I remember this shit verbatim. One of the wrestlers that I hated the most was Dave Barrett. Yeah. That Superman looking like jumped up bitch. I always hated his ass. Couldn't stand him. And then he formed Nexus, was going after every big name. And then his rampage with John Cena, whooped his ass, kicked him out. And we just didn't know what was going to happen. Like, where do we go from here?
Facts.
Well, don't worry. A man did like the Avengers, went and collected a team. So we're gonna run this shit back. 7v7. And the best part of it too, like that bout, was the fact that at the end of the day, yes, I went and found 7 niggas to come and handle y'all, but I ended up doing the handling.
Facts.
I'm talking about all of y'all. And then this head dish, Dave Barrett. Couldn't stand it. That's my favorite Cena moment. Number 1. I do have a number 2, but I'm gonna save for later.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna name 2 of mine. I'm not gonna name the whole list so everybody can get there. But the first one is, so this kind of has to do with not only the WWE but the world. But I don't know where y'all were when y'all first heard that Osama bin Laden got killed, but I know where I was. I was watching Monday Night Raw, and this nigga John Cena, literally at the end of the show, he had just won his match. End of the show, grabbed the mic, stood on the announce table, and said, "We have conquered and classified Osama bin Laden." That was one of the most hype moments and probably one of John Cena's best moments in his career, because he got to address the millions of people watching and let them know that USA's biggest threat, yeah, we just took care of that.
Oh, weak.
So I got that one. And then this one, my second one, is a little bit later in his career, but this is like, I want to say early on when Roman Reigns was starting to become, the top dog. He was transitioning to the next phase. And one thing about Roman Reigns is early on when he was becoming that top dog, he was not good on the mic at all. If you know anything about John Cena, that man is a god on the mic, damn near the best on the mic. Only other person I say is better than him is probably Paul Heyman. But John Cena basically called Roman Reigns out because Roman Reigns forgot what he was supposed to say. This nigga John Cena broke the fourth wall and said, if you're going to be the big dog, you need to learn how to cut a promo. You need to learn this. Called him out in front of everybody. Got this man Roman Reigns all hyped up. He called John Cena a cheap bitch on national TV. And then John Cena said these words, and I was like, this is probably the coldest line he's ever said. He was like, the reason that I have to keep coming back is because niggas like you cannot do your job. That's a top moment for me because, like, when Roman Reigns was on top, when he first became, top dog or whatever, that's when WWE was going through a down year. John Cena started transitioning more to acting. They're trying to start pushing more of the newer superstars. But John Cena, like I said, I'm glad that we're going to get a full year from him because ever since, like, 2017, 2018, he comes back for surprise visits and then he's gone for months. And so, you feel me? But that was just so cool to me because, yeah, why is John Cena just keep coming back on these random moments trying to put these superstars over? Because y'all niggas can't do it by yourselves. Y'all need somebody to help y'all. I thought that was goated. But I got 2 more, but I'm going to save my last 2.
I don't know if I said this, but we're also doing our least favorite John Cena moments too.
For sure.
So I got a couple of those. I could do one I do like. I think my favorite moment from John Cena, I remember this vividly, watching this in my room. Watching him make JBL say, I quit. This man ripped a bumper off a car. It was about to smack this man.
Undefeated in I quit matches.
He did invent the match.
Undefeated. There is no I quit match more what's the name? More popular than his first one against Randy Orton, but that JBL one was special too.
I think, but I would do one moment I hated. I hate this to this day. The 6th move of Doom. I get it. It was like a promo for a movie or something. But it was the dumbest finisher I've ever seen.
We ain't got to talk about that, Kenny.
Carlil.
We ain't got to talk about that.
If you didn't know wrestling was fake, go watch John Cena's 6th move of Doom. It come back and talk to me.
Yeah, nah, that shit. I don't know where he brought that out from. I don't know what that was so inspired. Crazy. That looked like some shit his superhero Peacemaker would do.
That shit was cringy as fuck.
Facts.
And I'll say one more thing. I know that's not his fault, but I'm gonna put it in on him anyway. Changing his title from FU to AA, bro. I hated that shit.
Yeah, that and again, like you said, it's not his fault because they moved from Attitude to the PG era, and where they were getting more lucrative television deals, and they can't have things like that. So not only did they change the FU to the AA, but they changed the STFU to just the STF, and
Yeah.
nobody know what the STF stood for. Shut the fuck what? Like, so I agree with you. That and look, if I have to pick a least moment, that'd probably be it because it was
That
hard
shit
for me.
pissed me off.
Those two moments are legit moments because the 6 move of doom that shit sucks.
Harley.
That shit-
Who was on his team?
this nigga was charging up. like,
Wow.
yeah, nah, I
And
don't
then
know. What
backhand punched it. What? A backhand punch?
that shit sucks.
Who
That
on
shit
your
is-
team said do that?
Facts.
Who's the creative mind here?
Facts.
But yeah, those are my things.
Big
Yeah, I don't
Bob.
have any bad one. I only got like good moments that I can remember of. And this one I think is up there when he announced his retirement. I'm just kidding. I'm just talking about when he's rivalry versus Randy Orton. I would say that whole stretch because my favorite wrestler is Randy Orton. But I used to hate John Cena for, how he used to whoop his ass, but at some point it's just like, hey, we did what we had to do. I'm just that better. It's almost like the LeBron effect, I feel like, because at some point I hated him too, but at some point you just got to give it to them. They're the chosen ones.
Facts.
Yeah, Randy's better than John Cena?
Huh?
Did you say Randy's better than John Cena?
No, I said John Cena. At some point you have to accept that. John Cena surpassed Randy Orton and was just kept on like one way behind Randy Orton.
Nah, that's valid. I think before, I would agree with you, Bomb, but John Cena versus Randy Orton is definitely like top tier rivalries. That's like if you put that in sports rivalries, like they're right there. like they're literally right there. They even though some people will argue his rivalry with Edge was better than, but I just whenever I think about John Cena, if I think about the opposite, it's always gonna be Randy Orton and vice versa. Before I name my two last greatest moments, one moment I will say another moment that I liked the least was his WrestleMania match against Undertaker because that was supposed to be a gimme match to Undertaker just because Undertaker had just come off of losing he lost his streak to Brock Lesnar, and then the following year he lost to Roman Reigns. And so the Undertaker streak that was supposed to be unbeatable, he lost to two niggas that he shouldn't have lost to. And then John Cena, the reason he went against John Cena is because John Cena wanted to help Undertaker just kind of establish who he was before he kind of retired. And so, but the way they did the match, I think, like, especially for being a John Cena fan, the way that John Cena was going, I always said if there's anybody that beats the Undertaker streak, it has to be John Cena. Like, but but at that point in life, I felt like he doesn't necessarily need to beat Undertaker because Undertaker's already lost to two people, but also just the way that the match went, it was basically Undertaker beating up on John Cena, and that was it. Like the match was literally like 7 minutes. Dang. So that's probably I'll add that to one of my least moments. But my last two favorite moments, his rivalry with AJ Styles. A lot of people who didn't know about AJ Styles before he came to WWE. AJ Styles was arguably the most talented and most world-renowned wrestler all over the world. He didn't come to WWE until 2016, but he was known in TNA, he was known in New Japan, like indie wrestling, like he was literally a world-renowned wrestler. So when he came to WWE and you got John Cena, who's the best in this business, who's also world renowned. You feel me? Like wrestling fans, like hardcore wrestling fans were excited because that was like the matchup of all time. You feel me? And then my last favorite moment it would be when he ultimately beat The Rock at WrestleMania. That whole 2-year rivalry that had that once in a lifetime was monumental, not only for wrestling fans but for the WWE. Just because you got like a lot of people will put Rock as the greatest of all time. A lot of people put John Cena as the greatest of all time. No, they never got to wrestle each other in their well, John Cena was in his prime when Rock came back. So The Rock, when he was in his prime, he went against the likes of Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, Triple H, you feel me? But he never went against somebody like John Cena, who, you know, at this point is the people are calling him the GOAT. And so just that whole 2-year rivalry that had, and The Rock won the first WrestleMania match, but the determination of John Cena to hold it for a year and then come back and beat The Rock for the actual championship, like that was top tier to me. When he did that I already thought he was the greatest, but that established him as the greatest of all time. You hear me? So, and then now, fast forward, you literally have, no matter if it's the announcers, Triple H just said it on a non-WWE interview. If you're thinking about the greatest of all time, it has to be John Cena. Like, and this goes with all the names. John Cena came up in a WWE where you had Edge, Jeff Hardy, Shawn Michaels, Matt Hardy, Triple H, Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle. You feel me? The Rock, when he came back, you got Roman Reigns now. Like, this man fought against all these people and just all these popular AJ Styles. Like, he's the GOAT, bro. He's the GOAT.
Bro, why is Kurt Angle always somewhere going?
Bro, when I tell you this man Kurt Angle, when he was in his prime in WWE, that nigga was a menace, bro. That nigga was a fuck. As soon as he took his fucking straps off, you knew. This nigga would take his straps off, look into the camera, and yell with his mouthpiece. He used to be, yeah.
He used to be on some shit. I swear to God, those eyes.
No, Kurt Angle was a legit crash out, bro. He's a legit crash out.
I want to touch on something y'all said earlier. Or it was something y'all both talked about.
You better not touch on nothing.
What was John? I can't touch on something y'all said. Words.
No, he's finished, bro. He's done. Kenny, go ahead. Kenny,
What was John Cena's greatest rivalry? Was it Randy Orton? Was it Edge? Or was it JBL?
What was the third one you said?
JBL. John Bradshaw Layfield.
If we talk about greatest rivalry, if we talking about the person, I feel like his greatest rival was Randy Orton for sure. If we talk about his most popular one, though, I think that Rock and John Cena rivalry, just like literally just from statistic numbers and the people that it brought back to like, I think
when Rock came back, everybody. It doesn't matter because, for example, like I'm saying, I'm not tuning into WWE, but that happens is everywhere. Like, you can't miss that regardless.
Look, and if you want to see how special that moment, if you want to just relive how special that moment is, y'all YouTube WrestleMania 40 final match. Literally, it was Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns in the Bloodline, this and that. The Bloodline is, you know, basically guilty of always helping Roman Reigns when he's about to lose. So you got members of the Bloodlines coming out trying to stop Cody Rhodes, but then you got random WWE legends coming to help out Cody. And so if Roman got one of his guys coming out, you got, you know, somebody supporting Cody. And one of the guys on Roman's side was The Rock. The other guy on John Cena's side on Cody Rhodes' side was John Cena when he came out. And just the aura that they had when they both stood in the ring, looked at each other, looked at the crowd. that will tell you all you need to know about John Cena's in the Rock history. So I think you got to separate it by that. As far as story, I'll give it to John Cena and Rock. But as far as like pure rival, it has to be Randy Orton. It has to be.
For me, it's Edge, honestly.
I said some people would say Edge, which is valid. Which is
I
valid.
say Edge because it's always about the championship. Like they went back and forth with that WWE championship like crazy.
But Randy
But with
Orton,
Randy Orton, it just kind of felt like it was on site. I just hate you. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
regardless of what you do.
this nigga Randy Orton pulled John Cena's dad out the crowd and punted him in the fucking head.
Ever had a concussion?
Like they real deal. Like whoever created the John Cena Randy Orton storyline, gold, because those niggas literally hated each other.
All right, were John Cena and Randy Orton more impactful than DX versus Rated RKO? Them niggas was beefing with everybody back then.
The only reason I would say yes is because Rated RKO didn't last as long as they should have. Rated RKO didn't last as long as they should have. But Rated RKO, and that's why I've said this in the past. That's why I also say that they are when they talk about the greatest teams of all time, I hate when Rated RKO is not mentioned because that's one of my favorite tag teams. But if they would have lasted longer, I feel like they would be mentioned more with the likes of the DXs, the Hardy Boys, Dudley Boys. I mean, but I think they were just at that time, they were a good rival for DX at that time because there were no other tag teams that were on DX's star level as far as Shawn Michaels and Triple H. So you got to bring these two negative forces such as Edge and Randy Orton together to go against the likes of Shawn Michaels. Because you got to remember, not only were they established by DX, but Shawn Michaels and Triple H both established themselves. You feel me? Like, as far as tag teams at that time, because that was like what, 07, 08, 09, there was really not a tag team that was a heel that had the star power, as DX, unless you brought Edge and Randy Orton together.
As a heel?
Yeah, like that's why, because if you talk about tag team, like of course, if you wanted to do tag team, you could have brought the Hardys back together. You feel me? That would have been a big ass spectacle. But as far as like a heel tag team that everybody hated, there really wasn't anybody that was on the same level as DX.
Yeah, I agree. That's back when Raw was just stacked with talent. Like it was OD on Raw because SmackDown, who did they have? MVP and
I mean, Undertaker was on SmackDown.
Undertaker wasn't a heel though.
He wasn't a he wasn't a heel. He was just on his own shit.
I'm saying it's for like
you talking about heels as far as SmackDown?
MVP and what's his name?
Chavo.
He was a tag team with him. It was MVP and Chavo and MVP and Finley.
Facts. Yeah, nah, they wasn't doing shit.
Is Chavo not Mr. Pink?
You said what?
I said
Chavo not Mr. Pink. Come on, bro.
He literally is like how they like, ooh, Chavo. Come on, bro.
Bro, I hated that so much, bro.
I think Chavo was a little overrated back in the day.
Look, if niggas want to get back in it, especially when I tell you WWE is so good right now, bro, like it's insane. And it's only going to get even better when they move to Netflix because now they don't have to bleep anything out.
These clips I've been seeing, but why is Solo the tribal chief now? Like what?
You gotta watch the storyline, bro. You gotta watch the storyline. It's all about
second in command. Now he number one.
You gotta watch the story. It's the storyline's fire. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And then the bloodline expands every other episode. Like I'm tired. How are they getting their whole family in WWE?
Hey, look, you got to remember the Samoans they run wrestling, but it starts with WWE. And so, and the people that they brought in have reached world renowned status. Like true wrestling fans were excited when, especially when their most recent addition, Jacob Fatu, when that nigga came,
dog. He do everything.
That nigga's insane. I think that's Umaga's son too, ain't it?
I think.
Umaga.
Yeah, nah. But like I said, the storyline's fire, Kenny. Like if niggas wanted to get back into wrestling between now and when they start on Netflix would be perfect.
Nah, I gotta run it back auto. I gotta run Roman Reigns' whole story, and that's gonna take way too long.
And then look, I got a YouTube video for you that'll chop it up. And then what's the name? NXT, basically they G League is booming right now too with that boy Trick Williams. That nigga come out to whoop that Trick. Crazy.
Man, I'm trying to watch real wrestling, man. You feel me? None of that crazy shit. I want that shit that Kenny sent in the group chat. You feel me? Yeah, that way.
I'm fucking dead. It's okay.
But
I'm finna flood the
man,
group chat with clips.
What'd you say?
I said it's okay. I'm finna flood the group chat with clips after this.
Oh God.
Yeah, don't worry.
But I don't want to keep y'all too long, man. I just wanted to reminisce on the good days back when John Cena was still, at the top of the wrestling game. Because now
you say he washed? That's crazy.
He is. I'm a big John Cena's washed. Now, if you see this man, he's not as big as he used to be. He's not as fast. He don't sell moves. He don't execute moves like he used to. And he don't sell moves like he used to. Like, he's bad in the ring now.
Well, that's what Kenny said is completely false.
Completely?
Yeah, completely false. Is he smaller than he used to be? Yes. Is he as fast as he used to be?
Ball spot.
Is he as fast as he used to be? No, but that man's a professional wrestler.
He's older, Kenny.
He literally, the John Cena at late is literally supposed to be putting over younger superstars. And so he's selling immaculately more than he should be, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. It's overselling. It's not good.
It's not overselling either. You're talking to a nigga that actually literally watches this shit, bro. He's not overselling nothing.
Well, I've seen stuff and I didn't like what I saw.
I like it. Look, some people have crazy takes. I'm gonna just attribute yours to a crazy take.
Look, listen here. I ain't gonna keep y'all long, but this has been the same convo, man. Hope y'all enjoy it. Hope y'all enjoyed your little trip down memory lane if you were a WWE John Cena fan. Like, share, subscribe, turn those notification bells on. If you got any memorable, positive or negative moments of John Cena, if you hate them, man, go ahead and throw it down. Matter of fact, I got a question for y'all. First time ever, I'm gonna pose a question for y'all that we didn't even discuss. What version of John Cena was your favorite? Was it Marine John Cena? Was it Dr. Thugonomics John Cena? Or was it Hollywood John Cena, the current John Cena? I doubt that's your favorite, though.
Marine John Cena was a fucking problem. That nigga was a problem.
But go ahead and leave the answer to that question in the comments. Put this in all your group chats, and most importantly, your grandma loves John Cena. Send it to her.
In case you forgot or fell off.
Huh?
I said, since you asked a question, can I ask them a question too?
It depends on what you're gonna ask, Bob.
Make sure you ask
wait. Is the question about their grandmother?
You know it, but I'm just gonna ask them like what kind of technique they rather have, like this?
No.
In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still hot. Knock your shell off. My money stacked fat. Plus, I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business. I lit this as automatic. I win this. All you hear the towards you finish. A soldier. I stay under you fighting. Plus, I'm storing on you chumps like I'm thunder and lightning. Ain't no way you breaking the kid. I'm harder than nails. Plus, I keep it on lock like a part of the jail. Slaughter and stale. I got the competition. I got the whole block wishing they could roam in my division, but they going fishing.
Tyler, look at my screen. That's right. You can't see me, bitch.
I ended my segment already.